What's going on, kiddos? The snowstorm in Texas is finally over. What does this mean? It means your boy can go to Whole Foods now and get his groceries because he hasn't been out of his house in like a week. Right now, what I'm going to be doing, since I just got back from Whole Foods and I'm feeling pretty good right now that I don't have to starve and then I have water to drink and everything, I am going to be making a weekly recap video recapping every single trade that I've taken, and I'm also going to roll a screen recording trading history of my MT4 terminal showing you every single trade that I've taken since I began calling trades in Telegram for free for the past 2 months since January 11th. That way you guys can see it all from start to finish to prove to you that Forex trading can be consistent, provided that you have a good trading system and good risk management. Ready? Let's get started. But hold on, time out, brother. You thought we were about to get started, but we need to have a conversation first, an intervention, if you will. Check it out, brother. Subscribe. 65,000 views, not subscribed, 42,000 views. If you are not subscribed to my channel that you watch my videos, it's kind of weird, it's kind of awkward. You should probably subscribe. I mean, what do you got to lose? If you want, hit the notification bell, but I won't pressure you. However, if you really want to help out your boy Nick Sean, hit the like button on this video. It really helps out the channel. Without further ado, let's get started, my sweet children. All right, brothers and sisters, we're going to be taking a look inside right now. We're going to be hitting the MetaTrader 4 application here on my phone. This is my trading account. There's no trades open, trading history. This is one of my Oenda accounts right there. So we're going to trade history, and I'm going to go over here to the custom period, brothers and sisters, my fellow grasshoppers. I'm going to set it to January 11th, 2021. This was the first day that I began calling out every single trade that I've taken this year here in this Telegram channel and here in my free Telegram channel. I called out every single one of these trades, and I'm going to go through them real slow in here, with the exception of this one. I didn't call Euro New Zealand dollar, but after that, every single trade that I've called has been called for free live in my Telegram channel with full analysis, full explanations, literal audio messages breaking down the full analysis for every single one of these trades right here. So feel free to fact check me on this. Hit the link in the description of this video, do my free training, and at the end of that you actually get a link to join that free Telegram channel, and you can scroll up and you can see for yourself every trade you're seeing here at the exact date and time with the full analysis. You can go and see I called on my Telegram channel. So yeah, I made like, what's it, like 10K the past, whatever it is, like a month and, what is it, a month and a half right now? It's like a month and a week, maybe, something like that. So for a little bit over a month, I've been calling on my trades, and this is it right here. Full trading history, just so you know. All right, here we are on TradingView, of good old-fashioned screen recorded video, just like you chaps are used to. All right. So what I'm gonna be doing, I'm gonna go here to my Oenda Live terminal. There's no open positions right now. I'm gonna go to transaction history. Beginning of this week was on the 14th, so it was February 14th. So right here. And as you see, there's no trades placed on the 14th, but there was on the 15th. Looks like the first trade this week was New Zealand dollar JPY. I placed a buy. Let's go and have a look at the New Zealand dollar JPY trade, right? Let's go have a look. So I'm going to go here to New Zealand dollar JPY, and this was the first. So I took, it was like two. So yeah, it was two trades this week. This was the first one right here that I'm referring to. So this is, oh my God, what was that? Okay. This is the first one I'm referring to, is right here. So it's that one. Now this one, it would have been a partial profit, and then the rest would have come back to stop at break even. However, some stupid stuff happened, and then Oenda stopped me out on this trade. Due to spreads. So I don't know if you guys remember when this happened. You guys comment in the video if you remember when this crap happened. But the spread widened like crazy on New Zealand dollar JPY, and I even shared it in here just to show you guys. I called this trade out. See, it was like it was going good at first. It was like pushing into some profits, and then it came, where was it? Right here. Right here. This is New Zealand dollar JPY. And the spreads widened out like crazy, and it pushed down. My stop loss, albeit, was like below that low, right? So it's like below this low right here. But price came all the way down, like the spread, I guess, and it stopped me out. It was so stupid. So that was completely stupid. Like, it stopped me out right there. But that should not have happened. That should have been like a partial profit that I would have closed, and then a break-even trade. But whatever. We'll call it a loss, right? Lost New Zealand dollar JPY. It's whatever. So 80 USD, that was the second one that I took. This one, like I said, should have been a partial profit, and like the rest would have come back for break-even probably later in here. I probably would have scaled out some more as it continued going up. But it's so stupid. I was so upset when that stopped out, but whatever. So that was the first thing. New Zealand dollar JPY, that was the buy right there. And then you can see in the transaction history right here, it was minus 251. So that got stopped out. So right here, this one, let's see the next one. There's another one right here. Where's it at? Oh, this is like back on the 9th. Sorry, let me go back up here. So the 15th, there was Okay, AUD USD was the second trade here in the 15th. So 215.21. So AUD USD. So now let's go look at that right here. AUD USD. So we're going to go into here. So I took it. It was this trade right here. Okay. So I know there's a lot of stuff going on here in the charts. We'll go talk about all this in a second. It was this trade right there. That's the one that I'm referring to. So what I did is price had broken above these recent highs, came back and retested. It started to bounce. I've already shared all of this analysis in Telegram live as it was occurring. And then this was, well, that was the beginning of that New Zealand dollar JPY trade. But let me go back and just entered. So here it is. So at 8:03 a.m. on the 15th, I entered, just entered another buy on AUD USD. So that was my entry right there. I showed where my stop loss was, my entry was at, and this and that. And that was that. So yeah, that's what it looked like. So what happened is this started going into partial profits, and as it was going up, so I shared out my audio messages and stuff. There's an update at 10:36 a.m. Price is moving up. So I took a partial profit at the previous high, and then I moved the stop loss to break even. This one came back and then like hit the break even stop loss. So it ended up going right. So I took a partial profit. It went up really high here, came back, pulsed, and then came back and then hit the break even stop loss like right somewhere in here. So it came back. So this was still a partial profit winner. I still closed out my initial reward. My initial risk. I closed out my initial risk and profit. The risk came back for break even. So that was the second trade this week, AUD USD. So going on, moving right along, and this was that partial profit right here, $250. This New Zealand dollar JPY, that was the other one getting stopped out due to the stupid spreads, even though it should have been a winner. Now there was another, I closed out another partial profit on AUD USD. That's what this little $80 winner here is. The reason for that is because I wanted to bring the day back to break even. So if you notice right here, there was like there was these like withdrawals. So this is just like the balance for the commissions that Oanda takes. I had lost that New Zealand dollar JPY trade. I won an AUD USD trade. And then I just had all these like commissions and stuff. I wanted to cover that. So I just closed a portion of my running position that I've already been in for the past 3 weeks. I closed a portion of that to then bring the day back to essentially break even to cover the commissions. So that is what that transaction right there is. There's another one right here, AUD USD, or this sell right here. This is that the rest of this position right here that's coming back for break even. So I actually wouldn't break even. I actually made $12 on that trade, brothers and sisters. But yeah, that was essentially break even. So there's another one right here. There was a buy on GBP USD. A lot of you guys thought it was hilarious. I bought GU and I bought GJ and they would have ended up going into huge profits, but they stopped out beforehand. So GBP USD is in a stiff, just a super steep, just a really, really just a rock hard uptrend, right? We're just moving in an uptrend. Price had broken above this recent resistance zone right here. It came back, started to bounce as support. I just thought it was going to bounce as support. So I entered a buy. Whenever so it bounced the first time, I waited for it to come back a second time so I can get an entry near the zone and a stop just below. This one ended up just raiding the stop loss. It stopped me out at what looks like it made a lower low after that, then slowly came up and would have ended up going back up. But yeah, it had a really good risk to reward. It was a 1-to-50 risk to reward ratio. It was just a break and retest of an H4 level within a clear uptrend and with a little bit of rejection on the minute 15 chart. So yeah, it's pretty much just a break and retest within a trend, and that one stopped out. And again, the full analysis, obviously all this is like shared here in the Telegram live as it occurs. Here we go. So this was it. It was at 7:48 a.m. on Wednesday, February 17th. That's what that trade looked like the moment that I entered it, the moment that I called it out. And I put my final target was like the weekly previous highs. That was that GU trade. And it just bombed out. And so then what I was saying is I was going to look for re-entries as it came back up. Unfortunately, my sweet children, this happened during Asian session when the spreads were huge, so I could not enter. And this right here happened during London session, so I was asleep during all this time. So I never got to re-enter. Very sad. How sad and how sad and terrible, right? But it is what it is. That's trading. So that's that transaction right there. That was that GBP USD trade. And you'll see right up here on 217, it stopped out right here for about minus $250. So then we had another trade. I had a GBP JPY buy, and this one was absolutely horrendously hilarious, children. Some of you guys might get frustrated when this happens. I think it's hilarious because I feel like the market's playing games with me, like testing my patience. So price was moving in an uptrend, right? We're in an uptrend here on the daily and the 4-hour charts. So if we just go out to here, right, price is in an uptrend. So fact that we're in an uptrend, I'm only looking for buys. I worked my way from the daily to the H4 to the H1. I noticed that price was kind of playing around with this horizontal zone right here. And what had happened initially earlier in the week is that price tried to get below this zone right here, but it actually failed. It dipped below the zone, came back up and started to test and bounce. So I just thought price was going to test this zone up here and continue up. So I counted this as a break and a retest of a horizontal level during an uptrend, plain and simple. And this was the level that I was using right here. You see how it's like pretty clearly defined, barely pinned past it. So after price bounced the first time, I waited for it to come back a second time, and that's where I actually placed my entry. Had a really good risk to reward, about a 1-to-43 risk to reward ratio. But it stopped out, and this was super crazy because it actually pinned my stop loss for 1.6 pips. Like it pinned my stop loss and then went 1.6 pips past it. And we'll go down here. I want to show you guys. We'll go all the way down here. It literally, so if you count the pips right here, it would have, that little wick where it stopped me out went 1.6 pips past my stop loss. It would have gone up into, I don't know, like it's going to be too painful to look. So I'm not even going to check what risk reward it would have been. I think it would have been like a 1-to-10 risk reward ratio. But unfortunately, due to the tight little stop losses, it stopped me out. I'm perfectly okay with that. If you want to trade with a wider stop loss, you do whatever the hell you want to do. I'd rather have a better risk reward ratio. So that one got me stopped out right here for minus $250. Now, there was another trade right here, New Zealand dollar JPY. So this was my second buy position on New Zealand dollar JPY here on 218. So this is technically Friday's market. So we'll go to New Zealand dollar JPY. Now I called this trade actually from the time of making this video, which is on the Friday evening. What is this? February 19th. I took this trade last night and I called it here in Telegram. So I guess in Telegram, we'll go further down here. This is me sharing all my analysis. Where is it at? This is an 8. We'll cover this. I closed this AU trade that I'll cover here in a second. Where is it at? Where's it at? Let's go and find it in here. Here we go. All right, right here. I just entered a buy on New Zealand dollar JPY right now at that price with a stop at that price. And this was at 7:46 p.m. yesterday. This is what it looked like before I entered on the minute 15. And I guess we'll go to the minute 15 just for whatever. And this is what it looks like after. So here he is before. And then here it is after. So I closed up here at about a 1 to, I don't know, I think it was like a 1-to-9 risk reward. But yeah, it actually went up, made a higher high in the daily. That was my target. And then I started to see a little bit of rejection right there. So I ended up just closing it right here in this little purple oval area right there. So that was New Zealand dollar JPY. And this was like the night before, right? So it's at 7:46 p.m. I woke up this morning around 6:46 a.m. I wiped the dust off of my eyes and I checked my MT4 terminal, woke up to this. So it was like almost 7K in winners just today. I ended up closing New Zealand dollar JPY, the full position right there since it had just made a higher high. Initially, I just closed some partial profits, which you'll see right here was like $250. I took a partial profit. So this is like partial right here, New Zealand dollar JPY, 284. And the same thing on AUDUSD. We'll talk about that here in a second. But then you'll see in here, I liquidated the whole position on New Zealand dollar JPY for about like 9 units of reward. So like 2,200 or whatever, like something like that. Just 284 plus 1,900. So that was that. That was a New Zealand dollar JPY trade, and it worked out absolutely magnificently. Brought back all the little break evens and small winnings and small losers and all the crap that happened the past week. Brought all that back with some nice profits just on that alone. Now the final trade, the monster trade. You're gonna have to scroll back through my Telegram channel if you want to see when I initially called this, because I called this on February 5th, and I actually made a YouTube video. It's a couple videos before this. You can go on my channel. It's called Live Trading NFP Live Trade or something like that. But I actually took this during NFP. I made a live screen recording video as it was occurring while I'm taking the trade. So that was like, this is like February 5th, right? Today is February 19th. So this is like almost 3 weeks ago when I called this trade. And I just liquidated the final position right here after closing, I think it was close to $3,000 in profits on it over the course of like the past, like whatever, 2-3 weeks. So I closed the last position right here. And if we scroll up here through my transaction history, you'll see that is this right here, this AUDUSD order fills, these sell positions. It was converting the buy into a sell, closed out all the partial profit, or I'm sorry, I closed out the full position there. So 250 first, and then another like 4K or 4,100. It was a pretty good day today. I made like 7K just in closed trades just today. So it was a pretty good week. It was a rather good week, my sweet grasshoppers. And then, yeah, no open position. So that was every single trade I've taken this week with a full recap along with this final trade we closed on AU. I've got a fresh terminal right now, right? I'm fresh to go hunting for some more pips next week, get into some fresh positions and stuff. I'm still looking for the same type of trades. I'm not even going to do a weekly outlook video. I'm just going to continue to share all my trades live in Telegram from now until the foreseeable future because you guys have been loving it. And also a lot of you guys have been buying the Mission FX full program because you've been following all that. And a lot of you guys who have bought the Mission FX full program are in my group chat now getting crazy results. We got Loner over here made $272 today. We've got Dane over here. He started the week with a balance of 2,900. He's up 28%. 1 to 2 more months of demo trading and I'll be ready for live. We've got Adrian over here took this trade, so it looks like this is the trade I called, so maybe he copied that, but whatever. We've got this dude in here, which he is actually just profitable. Today he closed out 4K in profits on these trades, so pretty freaking nuts. Juan over here, he made 1,500 this week. He's been profitable for a couple months. Chris Keller missed out on that trade. Moises, he's one of our profitable traders as well, albeit trading on a small account, right? I mean, 27 bucks, but he's still profitable. Chris Keller over here, I don't know. I think this is a demo account, or it may be live. I'm not sure, but I think it's a demo. And he's scaled into this position right here. So it's all of this stuff. If we go to trade recaps in here for Mission FX students, which where all of us like kind of share our recaps. And here I just usually put like a link to this exact video you're watching. So for my clients who want to see all my recaps and comprehensive depth, they just watch these videos. But essentially the same stuff that I've just shared with you guys here in this video, like the AU trade, New Zealand dollar JPY trade, all of this stuff. We've got Chrissy in here. You guys remember Chrissy? We made like a video when she got profitable like a couple months ago, or like it was last year. She's still killing it, still doing good, still taking these trades, still managing risk, still doing great. Same old stuff. We've got Jiraj right here, took this New Zealand dollar JPY trade. And Jiraj, he actually called out, here's another one that he took. Jiraj has been killing it. He's almost done with his demo period. He actually called out this Euro AUD trade. I was looking to take this same trade. I did not take it. You know, obviously I just showed my terminal, so it's not in there. But I was actually looking to take this trade as well. I stepped out to go and try to drive my car back up the hill because it was snowing here in Texas and there was ice on the hill. And I was trying to see if I could get my car back up the hill. And then I missed this trade. I had an alert and everything. I missed this exact trade. It was a very simple trade. It was a break and retest of this horizontal level during this super clear downtrend. So it would have been such an easy trade, and the final target risk reward would have been maybe like a 1 to 30. You know, if I would have taken profit somewhere like down here in a lower low, so it probably would have been like 1 to 30. I would have scaled out some partial profits. It's so stupid. You'll miss the greatest trades for the stupidest reasons sometimes, and you get stopped out before they go into huge profit sometimes too. It's just dumb. But still, we all had a good week here at Mission FX. We continue to have good weeks. We continue to learn. I continue to get better. I continue to progress. Clients continue to kill it. It's just going absolutely crazy. So that being said, if you guys enjoyed this video and you've enjoyed the recaps, hit the like button on this video. If you're wanting to get into my free Telegram channel where I share all of my trades live on a daily basis, like all the full analysis, explanations, literal audio messages like this, breaking down the full analysis. Don't be an idiot and ask in the comments. All you got to do is just hit the link in the description of this video, do my whole free training, get all the way to the end, click the stupid link at the end of the video, and you will get access to the Telegram channel. Believe me, just follow the freaking directions. I got so many people asking me like, I can't find your free Telegram channel. I'm like, you idiot. In every single video I say, click the link in the description. So just do that. Don't message in the comments trying to ask because I won't respond to you. Without further ado, hit the like button on this video, and then I will see you guys next week for hopefully another badass trading week. Thank you guys for all the support, and I'll see y'all later. Cheers.